Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And today I want to give you a pep talk. I know that if you're in no contact and you're waiting to hear from your ex, that at some point you're going to be triggered, and despite logically knowing that you should stay in no contact, emotionally you're going to want to reach out. So this video is for you, for those times when you need a pep talk to stay in no contact. But before I give it to you, I want to welcome back, of course, the No Contact Army. Thank you so much to everyone who has downloaded my app Silencio. And if you can leave a review or a rating, that would be great. We've had thousands of downloads, but we don't have thousands of ratings. So come on, people. You got to give a little here. Quid pro quo. And if you too would like to join the No Contact Army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and you're in. And to read the No Contact Army manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com, where you can read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. So the first thing I want to say is that 90% of people who have been broken up with will hear from their ex. And often how you behave when you hear from them is going to determine if you get them back or not. So instead of sitting around crying, being depressed, and feeling sorry for yourself, you need to know what you're going to say and what you're going to do when you do hear from them. And for that, I recommend my no contact playlist so that you don't get reactive or do or say the wrong thing and ruin your chances of getting back together. Secondly, I want to say, keep in mind that people change their minds all the time. And just as they were once into you and they changed their mind and didn't want to be with you anymore, they can change their mind back again and decide that they do want to be back with you. And in fact, I've made many videos of success stories of people who did just that. So use this time to grow and level up. Don't waste this time because you're missing out on an opportunity. As I said in my video about my breakup, it's titled My Breakup, breakups unleash, for me, my superpower. And that is that it gives me something to prove, like, oh, you're going to break up with me? Okay. Well, I'm going to make you regret it. I'm going to become even hotter and even more successful. That way, even if you don't get back with your ex, now you're feeling good about yourself, you're looking great, and you can attract more people easier. And when your ex sees that you're no longer the same person, that you look better, they're going to get curious, and they're going to have a fear of loss, that they're missing out on the new you. People can tell when you're confident, when you're glowing, when you're happy. You don't have to fake it. Don't fake it, but actually do it. You know, confidence is the number one trait that both sexes look for in a partner. And by being in no contact and leaving them alone and leveling up, you will become more attractive. Put yourself in their shoes. Imagine that you broke up with them, and instead of them begging you to not break up with them, constantly contacting you, instead, you now see them glowing. They've leveled up. They seem confident and happy. Wouldn't that make them more attractive to you? What's important is not the rejection, but how you respond to it. So wipe your tears, go to the gym, get a haircut, change your hair color, book a trip, put together that business plan, etc., etc. Focus on you and only you. Do not think about your ex. I know, easier said than done. And on an energy level, they will feel that you're no longer focused on them, and that will actually make them reach out sooner. And whenever you're feeling down, I want you to keep this in mind. Faith and fear both require that you believe in the unseen. So why not choose to have faith and believe that you will hear from your ex, and if you do things correctly, you can get back together, as opposed to choosing to have fear, which is just false evidence appearing real and assuming that you will never hear from them again. Focus on what you want and ignore everything else. And I have some inspirational words here from Stephen Bartlett. And he says, to get from a miserable place to a happy place, You have to be brave enough to travel through a scary, vulnerable, lonely place called uncertainty, which is where you are right now, because you're uncertain. You want to have faith that you're going to hear from your ex, but you're also afraid that you're not going to, so you are uncertain. And he finishes by saying, having the courage to choose uncertainty over certain misery is a happiness decision that will transform your life. And I take this to mean, in the context of getting an ex back, choosing uncertainty, that is staying in no contact, as opposed to certain misery, which, if you listen to my video, what happens when you break no contact and get back with your ex, I'll put the link up here, then you'll remember I talked about getting the pet cemetery version of your ex, so that if you break no contact and you do somehow manage to get them back, you're not going to get the version of the ex that you want. You're going to get the bad version, and you are therefore going to have certain misery. So stay in no contact. And one more thing to help you do that is a little no contact success story. I think that always helps everyone to stay in no contact. And this person is actually writing about their roommate, and they said that their boyfriend had broken up with them, and they immediately went no contact. Just as you said, right around day 45 to 60, their ex reached out with little texts that soon grew to anxious texts and calls. When they inevitably got back together, it was for 9 years. It was a totally different relationship altogether. A good one. That gives me hope. Good. And I hope that that gives you hope also. So please comment below if you found this pep talk helpful, and if you were going to break no contact, but now you're like, okay, fine, I won't. And in the meantime, if you want my help to stay in no contact or to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below, and we'll send you the rates. If this video has been helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.